Soon I'll find it myself. I'm the only one who's not affected, but I think I can save everyone. I can end this. I'm hungry, exhausted, filled with dread, but I must keep going. Something is wrong with everyone around me. I see them, see their faces, but they're horribly distorted and disfigured. It's terrifying. It all started when I visited that damn website. It's supposed to show computer-generated images of human faces. Faces that aren't real, of all people who don't exist. I momentarily clicked on refresh over and over, searching for the picture of the late 20s, early 30s, a clean-cut male of significance. I needed it to mock a pamphlet. I was making a project for school. Finding what you're looking for is usually no more than 20-ish refreshes. But that day, how many days does it have been since? I was having poor luck. I didn't find what I was looking for, but after what felt like hundreds of clicks, I landed on the image that haunted me. I couldn't stop but ease my search and tried to find a distraction. The image itself was of a woman, perfectly normal, mid to late 20s, fairly pretty. What disturbed me was off to the side. Beside the main woman's face was a second, this highly irregular for the program, as it is intended to exclusively show one face, with little to no access details on the rest of the image. To the left of the main face was the partially formed, minorly disfigured face of another woman. I know I sound ableist, body shaming, or just plain mean, but there was something about her eye. It was looking straight at me, through me. I attempted to go back out for my day, to shake the uneasy feeling. When I attempt to watch TV, things really began to sink in. I turn on to the tube to be met with some kind of war documentary. The History Channel, I guessed. Again, off to the side, I catch a glimpse of the monstrosity deformed faces. In many cases, deformities were so severe, you'd be surprised how they could be alive. They keep getting worse. I felt the faces watching over me through the screen. It was hard to tell, though, because if I caught them, they'd disappear, as if they were never there to begin with. I flipped through the channels, hoping to find was all a trick of the mind, of coincidental filming errors, but no. The news, holiday programs, even the cartoons and the real life, mangled faces peeking at me through the tortured eyes, even if they hadn't had any eyes at all. I was up all night. It was merely early morning at that point. I'd been running on fumes. I tried to explain it all the way. I'm overtired, I told myself, but sleep was no sanctuary. I wrapped my heavy eyelids over my dry, tired eyes, a momentary respite from the disturbing faces. It wouldn't have been more than a few minutes before I started seeing them in my head. New ones, as if I was creating them myself. At that point, I really started to consider what I was losing my mind. I needed to seek help. Then the crescendo of my madness began, and it hasn't quieted down since. Every mirror, every reflective window, they all had the faces. I left my apartment into the dawn's early twilight. Few people and fewer cars were out and about, premature signs of the city waking up. I scampered over to the local convenience store to grab an energy drink. I knew that I wouldn't get any sleep anytime soon. I kept my eyes glued to the sidewalk. I wouldn't risk glancing at the window and seeing them. As I entered, my whole world came to a halt. The customers, the clerk, they were all leering at me with the disfigured inhuman faces. I rushed back outside, mind racing. Where can I go? I asked myself. The only place I knew there wouldn't be other people would be at home, but there were too many reflective surfaces to host the faces. Maybe the park? No, it was the dog walking and the jogging hour at that point. After racking my mind further, I noticed more and more people on the street, walking, driving, going about their business, with all their heads turned facing me, exposing me to their hideous, obnoxious visages. I raced home, covered the TV and pulled the blinds, blanket over the mirrors. No face for a time. I fought about seeing if I could get a hold of a mental health professional, but I couldn't shake the knowledge of what they too would have disfigurements. What did they want? Scared and alone, I called my mother. She kept trying to convince me to leave. I couldn't. I knew she cared, but also knew that she was one of them now. She offered me a piece of crucial advice. I don't know if she knew what was going on, if some part of who she really was trying to help me. She told me that I needed to find myself. Since that phone call, I've been here, on my computer, forcing myself to look at monstrous faces before me. I have been through thousands, maybe more, trying to find the only face that's normal. Find myself. What's up, my pretties? It's the Lion Queen here. I want to appreciate you all for tuning into this video, and I do appreciate you guys supporting my video by giving this video likes and stuff. If you really enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you're new, ring the bell for notifications to when I upload so that way you guys will get updated for whenever I upload. If you want to follow me on Twitter or DeviantArt, feel free to leave a follow on those if you are interested in following me on those socials. If you want to support my backup channel, known as Miss Dark Shigo, feel free to subscribe to it, as a link to that will also be in the About page section. And with that being said, and that being the case, thank you so much for watching, my pretties, and as always, please stay pretty.